All right, excellent. We're live. So, Eddie, Edward
Okay.
Bradley, welcome to
Yeah.
Coffee and Conversations with
Thank you.
Champions, the powerlifting edition. It's great to have
Uh-huh.
you on. Yeah, cool. So, Joe, you're fighting a bit of a cold. Hey, thank you for agreeing to chat
Oh, I
to us.
quite do figure.
Yeah.
This is every day. This is hay fever.
Okay. Oh, you don't worry.
Yeah.
You'll get sorted out here quickly. The air quality is great. It's fantastic, and
Hopefully,
nothing.
I'll enjoy the heat.
Yeah, the heat's going to be
Yeah.
good. So, Eddie, can you tell us a little bit about who you are?
So I'm Edward Bradley. I'm the 74 kilo sub junior class for England, and I'm the English national champion and the regional champion in the Northwest.
Well, that we have to
Um,
do this as well then. Brilliant.
yeah, and I'll be representing England on the 5th, 8 o'clock ish session.
All right. The,
Yeah.
that's the 8 o'clock weigh-in or 8 o'clock lifting starts.
I think it's 8 o'clock lift and start. I think the
Starts, yeah,
weigh-in's 7 o'clock to 7:30.
yeah. It's going to be fun. Listen, it's
Mhm.
right by the venue, so you can get a quick breakfast in if you can, and then get
Yeah.
straight down. So it's not too bad.
Oh, I'll need it.
Hey?
I'll need it.
Yeah.
I've cut from 81 kilos, so it's
Sure.
I'll need it. Yeah.
You got to eat. Okay, the breakfasts are phenomenal,
Uh,
so it's going to be a
yeah.
great. It's going to be a great start. So, speaking of start, how did you get started in powerlifting? How did you find the sport?
Well, it's like in fragments. So the first part is my dad. He would always be lifting in the gym in the attic, which is now my bedroom, and I would always hear him, with the loud music and the loud banging when I was younger,
Yeah,
and
brilliant.
the kind of ominous of not being able to go up there because this house was built in the 1800s and building regulations are not what they are today. So the stairs were like, I could fall through them and die. So I would never be able to go up there, and
Right.
the kind of mystery behind of like what he's doing in there kind of just fed into what he's doing and then to eventually unveil it.
Sure.
And then yeah, so this is like 5 or 6, and then a couple of years later, 13, alongside a lot of other gifts, he gave me a pair of dumbbells. He didn't just give me a pair of dumbbells. Yeah, go go curl 5 pounds.
Right.
um, so that got me started into calisthenics, just body weight exercises really. And then a couple of years from then, after doing that, my friends invited me to the gym at 15, and I still go to that gym today.
Okay. So, getting to the gym, sort of starting to work out there. What was the journey to your first powerlifting competition? What got you to want to
Oh, I
compete?
I always wanted to do it. I just wanted to be strong. In my first video clips weren't me doing like bicep curls or tricep extensions, with me deadlifting or me benching as much as I can. I
Brilliant.
just love loading the weight on the bar, and I know I was good at it at the start,
Right.
and saw the potential through.
What was the your experience at your first competition like? Can you walk us through that comp?
Oh, it was great because I waited like a year before I actually competed. I came in really like with high numbers. I was very nervous actually, but it was actually in Liverpool and the gym just opened there. It's a powerlifting gym, and so it was a
Mm,
nice, warm, welcoming environment. So after squats, I was ready to go, and I ended up winning it. So it was nice.
sure. Absolutely fantastic. And then from your journey within the sport from that first competition up to where we are today, what's that been like?
It's been a like roller coaster really because that's when they like started doing the traveling like to go
Mm,
to these bigger competitions like the Northwest Championships, then to nationals, then to qualifiers and stuff like that. It was a bit of a roller coaster, but I kept progressing. I did watch my videos on YouTube, Google, Instagram, and slowly progressed. And
mm, mm,
it was just very quick and very fast.
right. And then sort of
Uh,
when you started to win at national level, What did that feel like?
To be honest, I thought we'd be a bit more emotional.
Yeah,
I thought I'd cry because of how much I put into it. I think because I
yeah,
started preparing the 18 weeks out. But when I won, I'm like, oh, shit, yeah, I won. Because I thought I would come third place, but one of the guys actually bombed out, um, which was fortunate for me, very, very unfortunate for him. Like, he
mm,
bombed out on his bench.
right.
I'm like, oh, I won. So I'm like, what do I do now? I'm like,
That's it's such an important point, that because some of the lifters that we've spoken to have been like, yeah, I'll come in for a bronze, or I don't really think I'm going to podium. But you never know what's going to happen on the day
yeah.
with the not only with you but with the other athletes. So it's always important to maximize your prep.
Uh, another thing with that though is because I don't have a coach, and going into
Right.
that prep, it was my best prep ever. Like with the weights that I hit, I was really really on point. Everything was perfect. The cut was
Mm-mm.
perfect. The attempt selection was perfect, and the execution was perfect. I don't think I asked for anything better.
Fantastic. Well, so not having a coach or a handler at the competition, how did you manage that?
Oh, I was fine because by then it was my fifth competition, so I was just like, just
You
go
know,
in and just bloody do it.
yeah,
I'm not, it's
100%.
it's not really like affects me, like it's not a disadvantage to me because it's always been a disadvantage. So it kind of just levels out.
Yeah.
You stop seeing it that way.
And you feel more comfortable operating like that.
Yeah,
Awesome. So
well,
now,
I don't know
yeah,
now because it's my first international.
yeah,
But I'm gonna try just to be like that because that's how I've always done it.
I think as well, like, I mean, knowing the coaching team, the guys are really, they're fantastic at what they do. And you talk to them about what you need, and they'll talk to you about what they need. And you'll find out, that you'll both do what's needed to get the best out of
Uh,
you. So what
yeah,
what's
I look forward to working with the team.
yeah,
Uh,
you're gonna have a blast. What was it like being selected to come to South Africa?
Oh, I was waiting for it. I was refreshing my my email like every other day, and I'm like, yeah,
Yeah.
is it gonna come? So when I finally got it, I'm like, oh, that's a bit far. South Africa, because the World
Yeah.
Championships is normally in Malta, and even the Western Europeans are in
Yeah.
Malta. So I'm like, what, 3 hours, and now this is what, even more than three times the journey.
Yep.
Um, but At first, I was like, I don't want to go. I need to move up a weight class, because when I could competed at that, I was 80 kilos
Hmm.
2 weeks prior. Like I don't want to do that, and I do feel like I do need to do some major improvements in order to be a more balanced and more mature lifter. And like I'm not ready yet. But then I'm like, I'm the champ, so it's like, who else is gonna fucking go? So I'm like,
Yeah.
send me.
Yeah. 100%. And there's nothing like time on the platform, right? Where it's good experience, it's a good opportunity, and so you know what you have to do to get what you want.
Yeah, totally.
When are you coming out?
Could come in. Would it? Sorry.
Oh, so no.
Like,
What are your plans for the travel and for the trip and stuff?
oh, so I'll leave on the third. It would roughly take a day. Land there on the
Mm,
fourth, and by in terms of like making weight, I'll do a gut cut and a water cut.
mm-hmm.
Scout out the venue, and the next day I just compete. I'll just from there I'll just compete, and then afterwards it's gonna be, I'll look forward to watching the heavier weight classes, the 105s or 120s the next day.
Yep.
And then after that, maybe, chill in the sauna, chill in the pool. It's going to be a nice trip with me and my dad that's
Oh,
going.
awesome.
So that's really my plan. Yeah.
So, with basically hearing your dad lifting upstairs, and now you're coming out to South Africa to represent your country, what has it meant to your dad?
Oh, he's very happy. He didn't think I'd go down this path really. He at the start, he just think I'd just, do the local competition in the Northwest
Mm-mm.
and, just lift some weights and maybe get on the podium. And so I think it comes to a shock to him. how far it's actually progressing. And I think he's very happy that I'm doing it at the age that I'm doing it because he did a lot at the same age at 18. You know, he joined the military, he's part of the
Mm,
tank division, and kind of in a way, this is the same. It's the same in which it's it's something big, it's something special.
right. Well, hopefully we'll be getting some support from his division on
Uh-huh.
the on the live stream. We can share those comments live so that they'll be visible. Absolutely. Um, for Sun City as a venue, we'll also be doing. We're getting in on Wednesday morning early, so I'm going to see if I can get straight to the venue and do a bit of a walk around. But
Uh-huh.
I'll post some pics now. A little bit later after our thing about just Sun City, just to build up a bit of interest. It's a spectacular venue, very
Yeah,
different to Malta. No elevator ride needed, and
yeah.
the venue itself is 100 meters by 50 meters, and the warm up area is 50 meters by 50 meters. It's huge. 14
Oh,
racks.
oh, good. Thankful. Yeah, I hate sharing the rack.
Yep, it's
I,
14.
I hate
Yeah. Yeah. So, and there's a warm up gym as well, or a training gym for the athletes. So it's 4 separate
uh,
racks. So there's going to be 18 racks plus the comp rack itself and a rack height rack. So I think that, yeah, there's going to be like 20 racks that'll be there. So it's going to be spectacular. Very airy venue, doors on either side. So you'll get nice breeze through there. There'll always be fresh air in the venue. Huge seating area. It's going to be epic. Um, I,
because
I,
it's the World's Masters, isn't it, as
yeah,
well?
Commonwealth and World Masters. So there's well over 1,000 athletes competing. It's
Ooh.
going to be massive and very, very cool competition. So a lot of fun. Is there anything that you and your dad are looking forward to doing at Sun City? Anything you want to do other than the
Uh,
competition?
not really. We never been before, so we're not
Mm,
really sure. No, not really, because we'll only be there another, I think, 3 days after. So I think it's just to just chill in the facilities that they have there
yeah,
and watch the other athletes and support the country. Really,
awesome.
he'll probably figure something out. He's looking on Google Maps now, probably seeing what there is.
So we've
So
been wanting
yeah,
to chat to someone from Sun City since the 12th, since we started this, but
ah,
they've been a little bit quiet with coming back to us. That being said, the safaris, you're in the game reserve, so you could do a safari that's right there. The water park is off the hook. There's a tidal pool, so the wave pool, so you can get some body surfing in there. There's a beach, some fantastic water slides, so there's a lot of fun to do, and it's so very,
yeah,
very, very easy to get around. Great location, great restaurants, good food. So if you need to fuel and refuel,
yeah.
definitely good burgers, good pizza, good steaks, really good off, good.
I'll probably be like 85 kilos when I leave. Like,
Yeah, good.
somewhere.
You're working hard for it. Awesome. For you going forward after Sun City, so after the Commonwealth Champs, what are your goals? What are you looking towards?
In terms of powerlifting, probably I'm not going to compete for a while. I'm going to move up to 83s because I just started uni, so
Mm,
I'm going to see how my first year goes and manage my time well along with my job. In terms of powerlifting, it would be to go to the university championships,
hmm
qualify for the world championships, and world champion in the coming years. Maybe I don't know. I have no idea how
mm,
long it would take, but I know I have it in me to do it. So that would be the goal. Any route to go to the World Championships.
right. That's brilliant. And it's going to be awesome to watch you on that journey towards that goal. So, for you,
Thank you.
a couple of questions. So what does powerlifting mean to you?
Oh well, I don't really know. I just it's just a passion that I had to just
Mm,
lift heavy weights. I just it's something you thoroughly enjoy. You just like the concept of it, the community that it has. The fuel to be stronger and the actual qualifying system in order to just jump higher and higher. I live for the crowd. I live for just lifting more and just being something good, something brilliant.
mhm.
but it's just something to live for and aspire for because it's a goal and passion that you can hang up on your wall. Say you're world champion, say you're European champion, and it's something not many people can do and achieve. And I think that's
Absolutely.
something really special to your heart.
That's awesome. What does being strong mean to you? What has it given to you in your life?
Uh, I just like being strong.
Yeah.
I think it's because it's hard to just stay strong because there's a lot of external variables. People just think it's the gym
Mm,
and eat more protein, but you have to consider your sleep, your nutrition, periodization. Not many people will know like the terms and
mm.
subject specific terminology used when I say a block or taper or deload. It's actually, it's quite hard and specific into terms of being stronger. So it's kind of like a skill and an art. It's an art in which you can always change and you have to flow. And
Absolutely.
that's what I mean, basically.
With your self coaching, is coaching other athletes something you'd like to look at?
Not any time soon. I was thinking about it, but I was like, I spent too much bloody time in the gym myself. I think about this all the time. But I've got. I don't know, switch my camera.
Mm,
I've got notes all up on my wall here, just thinking about it, creating formulas.
yeah.
Like, it lives in my head for this. So something in the near future, I think when I'm retired from the sport in terms of competing at the highest level, so the open
Hmm.
division, so basically the division before masters, so maybe 35, 36.
Right.
I really don't know,
Okay.
it's not on the table right now.
But I'll plant another seed potentially. You considered writing a book on how to train on your own?
Ooh. I mean, I've wrote programs, but yeah, that is something I would be looking to because I did English at A level, so
Mm,
my writing skills are not out of touch. Um, yeah, that would be something I did do because I say it would be very different to being coached, but at the same time, I've never been coached, so
yeah.
I don't know. But there are some things I would take to the bank with me, no matter if I was to be coached or not.
Right.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think the value of writing a book is you leaving that information for generations to come. And I think it is a wonderful thing to teach people how to work with themselves, as well as, benefiting from the community. So what's your favorite thing in powerlifting?
Probably the competitiveness, the athletes at the highest levels, so Sheffield and World
Hmm.
Championships, especially the most competitive weight classes, so the 83s and the
Yeah.
93s in the Open. I just like you know how they're being able to progress at such a high level. You're pushing four times body weight, but you're still pushing it, and I just like the idea of seeing all these guys coming together and see who's going to execute better because at that level, it's not even about strength; it's about execution,
Yeah.
and timing, and maybe, because I think last year, 66 kilo class, or was it this year? They all totaled 705, and the only difference between first and third was their body weight, and it's,
Yeah.
that's tight.
Absolutely, and it does it at that level now, and with the level of professionalism in the sport, because even though it's an amateur sport, the athletes are dealing with it as professionals. That it comes
Yeah.
down to: did you get that extra half an hour sleep? Did you get those thoughts out of your head so you could get to bed?
Mhm.
These are the. Did you remember to pack everything you needed so you didn't forget, so you didn't stress, so that your head's got to be as clear as possible on the day on the platform.
Yeah.
So absolutely cool. What's the one thing about powerlifting that drives you mad?
Drives me mad. Uh, Probably some of the rules. Probably
Okay, cool.
some of
Yeah.
the rules. Because like I don't know, like the one for downward motion, to some degree, it's not dangerous. The rules are in place to keep athletes safe and healthy, but in terms of like the bar going down and going back up in the deadlift, I don't see it as it's more impressive.
Mm,
So yeah, and then maybe athletes hide in what they're the athletes hiding their weights before a competition. Tell me what
Yeah.
you're lifting nowadays. I'll show it. I'll put post on Instagram. I'll post it.
Mm, mm, mm.
You show me what you're doing.
So that's it's a great point. You know, maybe there can maybe be a group or a club or a society of athletes that are committed to that, to post their real
Yeah.
numbers, because that's only going to drive the competition more, right? It's
Mhm.
only going to push you more, and
Yeah.
absolutely great point. Yeah, and yeah, and just make sure you're leaving all the real weights on the bar. So,
Yeah.
which is fun. Um, it's Why should someone get involved in powerlifting?
Um, to be honest, if you have your own sport and you've been dedicated to that for years, stick to it. But if
Mm,
you feel like you haven't have no athletic background, and I think that it's a really good place to start, because fundamentally, in terms of learning to squat, bench, and deadlift, it's easy. It's not
mm,
Olympic
mm.
weightlifting.
Yeah,
Um, so it's in terms of practicality, in terms of learning it and then applying it, it's really easy. The terms of progressive overload, like I could, rinse down the words and write it down to where, my little sister could understand, what I'm saying.
mm,
So I think it's really good in terms of it's a sport easy to understand and therefore it's easy to do and progressive. So yeah.
that's 100%. That's such a it is. It's such an important point. Olympic weightlifting, hyper technical. You need coaches
Yeah.
with years in the game to help you get the most out
100%.
of it. Um, we'll do deadlifts off the block, but not the other kind of block work that they're doing, and
Yeah.
the nuances of the lifting. So it's an accessible sport. I mean, that's why they call powerlift. It's the dumb lifts. They're relatively easy and simple to do, but it's also there's carryover for other sports. So if you want to be a rugby player, or you just lift and do it safely. Within the lifting community, what are the things that you love? What means the most to you?
Um, Probably like everyone getting together, like in terms of like the regional aspect. So
Mm,
in the United Kingdom, we have the Northwest, the
mm,
West Midlands, the Southeast. In terms of their championships, everyone gets together, and it's a nice big venue where everyone just gets to show off what they can do. Really at that level, because it's a regional level, you're not there to win really. Well, you are, but if you're not in the position to be able to win, let's say you have no chance, like you're there and you can show what you're capable of to a massive crowd, and I think it's really nice because you get to show off your skills.
yeah, absolutely. Is there anything else that you would like to share about the sport that you'd like to talk about?
Um, Not really. I'm just gonna say I'm just here to say I'm gonna come and win.
Cool.
6 days out, I'll come win for England. I'll bring it home.
Yeah.
Oh no! If this backfires now, no, it won't, will it? No. Yep, I'll come win.
Lock it in. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we're gonna do this. Now it's locked in. There you go. 100%.
Now it's locked in. Yeah.
Absolutely. Um, the thing with the mindset, how important is mindset for you in terms of your preparation for your comps?
Oh, it's very important. You know if you're gonna win the dropout or something.
Mm.
Like it's simple as that. You must go in there to win. I don't see the point in going in there to like participate at these big competitions. I see these guys. They're entering the national and the British and English national championship. I'm like, why though? Like
Mm,
if you're doing it for the fun, you're doing it for the crowd and the hype and for an experience, yeah, for sure. But if you're doing it to win, and you're out of your depth, so I don't know what you're doing.
mm,
So I think mindset really is, you got to be very. First of all, you don't be egotistical, like so. Just because the difference between ego and confidence is ego is to think you're something that you're not, and to be confident is to know you're something that you are and have to prove to show it. So
hmm
if you've got these accolades, like you've got the medals, you've won these championships, go in there. I'm going in here very confident that I'm going to win, but I've got to prove to show it. I've got the experience, I've showed the numbers. I'm here.
hmm
So yeah, so
100%.
mentally is mentality should be like a reflection of what you are actually capable of, not what you think you are.
So it comes down to being brutally honest with yourself and doing the work that you need to do to show up.
100%.
Yeah. If we touch on sponsorship as an aspect and also social media. So let me start off with
Yeah.
asking, how important has social media been in terms of growing powerlifting from what you've seen and experienced?
Oh, I think it's been doing really well. So in terms of Sheffield, especially because it's such a massive
Sure.
venue and it's
Yeah.
been so good in the previous years, they've done a fantastic job in promoting it. And especially now when you look at these little snippets from Kaiserbell,
Mm.
Russell Orhe, Jonas Kingamu, they're giving insight to the athlete and their background and what this means to them. It's giving personalization. It's giving thought to the sport and it's giving
Yeah.
you someone to root for. You're not rooting for them simply because they're stronger. You're rooting for them because they're from Sheffield or they come from the same background or they've been working their ass off for 12 years to get to this point.
Yeah.
That's what I really like.
Sure. Fantastic answer. How
Yeah.
important or what is the value within powerlifting for sponsors? Why should sponsors, be it at a corporate level, at a smaller business level, get involved in the sports of powerlifting to support the athletes, to support the coaches and the teams?
Um, well, it's growing really, really fast, this sport. I think it's really accessible in order to promote these businesses and corporates because you have this big massive banner, like you said in South Africa, 1,000 athletes are going to compete in front of that stadium, and what's that canvas going to say? SBD,
Mm-hmm.
A7, all these
Yep.
brands. Your brand could be up there. It's really accessible in order to promote these brands. Look at the shirts, you could put it on my sleeve. On my sleeve I'll have EPA on, I'll have SBD.
Mm.
It's accessible. It's going to be, you know I see it becoming like a Formula One. You see it, just jackets are just covered in it. Like,
Yep.
you got Red Bull, well, I can't think of any drinks, but it's just covered in like stickers and stuff. And, it doesn't have nothing to do with racing. I'm like,
Yeah.
you have
Yeah.
like you have beer brands and there, like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, it's, you can get your name out there. It's the exposure, which is really what I'm aiming to look at. It's bringing massive exposure, and that's why you
Yeah.
should invest in it. It's an investment.
And it's an investment in an incredible sport at a very cheap price right now. Compare that to Formula One or to a footballer or to a football
Hmm.
team. It's incredibly cost effective right now. Fantastic.
Hmm.
Um, Anything sort of that? Oh, by the way, one important question, because we've had a couple of we're chatting to a lot of the Commonwealth lifters, a lot of the masters, but within the Commonwealth, there's something special. There's a connection there where whether it's, I think we have a history in sport together, whether that's rugby or cricket or whatever. And I've noticed between Northern Ireland, Ireland, Scotland, Wales, and England, there seems to be a bit of a friendly banter around which audience are going to bring the most noise, which supporters are going to bring the most noise. Who do you think that's going to be?
I would say the Irish, but there's not many of them, is there?
Yeah,
They're only small, mate. Like,
yeah,
um, probably Scotland.
mm,
No, because I think England's bringing the biggest. It just
yeah,
comes down to who has the biggest team, honestly.
yeah. Who's going to
Um,
make it?
you know.
So,
So yeah, England.
so I'm going to be doing the announcing. So we're going to make sure that there is a lot of volume and a lot of cheering for the athletes. Then there's going to be some great support, because I think this is with over 1,000 athletes, it's going to be the biggest comp yet. Well, even though
Yeah,
it's two separate competitions, and it's going to be the most wonderful experience because both platforms are running simultaneously. So
yeah.
it's going to be epic. So for sure. Anything you'd like to
Hmm.
know about the venue? You'd like to know about South Africa?
Um, how's the food like there? Like after, I just want to eat.
Yeah, yeah. No
Like,
food.
I heard the food is cheap over there, and
Yeah,
the,
everything here is cheap. Our currency is not worth much, uh, so it's really good. The food's affordable. The coffees are great. The beers are great. The everything. It's an awesome place to come and hang out and nosh. So I think eating at a hotel pool in Europe can be quite expensive. at Sun City. It's really
Yes.
affordable. So if you want to be relaxing at the pool and get a bite there, for sure. No, definitely don't
Right.
be afraid to refill and restock those calories. It's going to be easy to do.
Mhm.
The
All right.
breakfasts
Thank
are,
you.
yeah,
Yeah.
Edward, the breakfasts are epic. So if you allocate
Yeah.
yourself, however much time you give yourself for breakfast, give yourself an extra 30 minutes because it's that good.
Extra 3 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah. So whether it's, it's the meat and the eggs or the cheese and the fruit, South African fruit's really some of the best in the world. Great coffees. There's waffles, there's pancakes, there's flapjacks, and a lot of it's prepared fresh. So yeah, definitely something that's going to
Yeah.
be good. So yeah, easy to refuel after the trip out.
Yeah. Nice.
Oh, brilliant. I just want to say thank you so much for your time. And it was
No
really
problem.
awesome to chat to you. Looking forward to meeting you in South Africa. Looking forward to
Yeah.
meeting your dad. And
Uh-huh.
it's going to be a lot of fun. And you're going to have a great comp.
Yeah.
You're going to love it out here. It's going to be
Uh-huh.
awesome.
Yeah. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Only a pleasure. And we'll see you
Mhm.
in South Africa next week.
Yep. Next week, Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll
awesome.
see you.
Thank you. Yeah, have a good
All right.
day
Thank
and
you.
have a great trip out. All right. Take care, man.
All right.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
very
your
much.
time.
Take care.
Bye-bye. So that was Edward Bradley, and looking confident, feeling confident, coming out for the win. This is going to be an absolutely epic competition. It's going to be noisy. Leave that to me. I hope you guys have enjoyed so far the conversations, getting a little bit of insight into these wonderful athletes and competitors. And yeah, it's going to be a blast. So we will be back with you a little bit later at 7 p.m. South Africa time. We're going to be chatting with Jack Gilchrist. And at 10 p.m. South Africa time, we're going to be chatting with Michael. Am I getting that? Marinko? Hope I got that right, Mike. And thank you for your time. Thank you for watching. We've done 7. We'll be 7 today. We've done 5 so far. Absolutely fantastic. Loving the pace, loving the intensity. They will be winding down. We're not bringing on too many more until we leave for South Africa. For Sun City, we're leaving on Wednesday morning, around about 5 a.m. And just to go through to the venue, we'll look at the venue, do a bit of a setup. We'll take some photos and videos for you and send them out, and then just give the media team a chance to experience Valley of the Waves. There'll be some photos there for sure for you, and we look forward to seeing those of you who are coming out here in South Africa, and for everyone else who will be watching here on the Emmet Media YouTube channel and on our Emmet Media Extra channel. We'll be bringing you all the action, all the energy, all the excitement, and all the magic, and we're going to be doing it with our little bit of that extra Emmet twist and energy. Thank you so much for watching for Coffee and Conversations with Champions, the powerlifting edition here on the Emmet Media channel. I'm Nicholas Ingle.